Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about some news regarding the situation of the market. We have all seen that the stock market has been through a difficult place in the last few days, and something that we can even talk as a crash in the stock market. So, a market sell off or a market crash is something that happens in the market, and it's not unusual. You have a crash every few years, you have sell offs that happen through several days, and it seems that we are now in a situation where the market is going down very fast and fueled by a number of things that we are going to discuss in this video. So, first of all, we see that the news channels and the media is now starting to talk about a sell-off fueled by a number of powerful stocks like Nvidia and commentators like Kramer are talking about what's going to happen in the market in this kind of situation. So let's take a step back. First of all, let's talk about the fact that Warren Buffett has been selling, and he has uh, basically he has basically sold a lot of his stock holdings right before stock market crash. So many people believe that Warren Buffett is a real genius, and he's really a very smart guy. But above all, Warren Buffett is a very well informed person. He spends his time looking at signals, information from different people in the market, like big bankers, people in government, people in big companies, and he has a very good idea of the direction of the country and the economy. So whenever he does things, it's probably because he is better informed than most people, right? Basically, this article is saying that Buffett is selling and he has halved his holdings of mega cap Apple, and likewise, he has slashed the group stakes in American lenders like Bank of America and Citigroup. Uh, so, what might be the causes? Some people think that he doesn't see opportunities and this probably smells trouble. Buffett sees the bubble and wants to cash to buy post crash. He sees a peak and is just selling at top evaluations. So, whatever you think about Warren Buffett, if he's right or wrong, uh, what matters is that what he does moves the market. So if he starts to get bearish and sells stock, sells Apple, sells even banks, which is something that he typically accumulates, this means that he's predicting or really thinking about a situation where stocks are in a really bad shape, and other people are in the market are gonna see what he's doing and try to do the same. So one possible explanation of what's happening right now is many uh, players in the stock market see the situation, see how Buffett is behaving, and they will copy what he's doing, right? So even if Buffett is not right because of the way he behaves, some other fund managers will do the same. So that is a possible way to explain. Another example of things that are happening right now is a kind of crash in Tesla stocks. So Tesla is a stock that moves a lot, both in the upside and in the downside, and right now it is going very fast to the downside. So this was done when it was around $300. It might go down even more than that, but of course there are many reasons why something like this is happening. Like Tesla is linked directly to its owner Elon Musk, And Elon Musk now is the face of the American government, and there are many haters and people who don't like him because of this. So, whatever you think about politics, you have to consider that he's not doing any favor to his company by taking this direct role in the US government. So, priorities for Elon Musk is another thing because he is not only looking for Tesla, but he's also looking for this government position for X and so many other things that he usually tweets about. So, that's another issue. Tesla sales are crashing in Europe. Europeans are not happy about this, and they buy a lot of Teslas, or at least they used to. So what this means is that the sales of Tesla cars in Europe will suffer because of this political situation. Same thing is happening in China, right? China is a little bit different because in China is more about competition with Chinese companies, but it has also some politics uh, in the middle because the Chinese see competition from the US and how it affects the international markets. So all of these reasons make Tesla stock to go down. So the big question for Tesla and for other stocks is what should you do in this situation? Should you sell everything or should you buy more? Well, one important thing that you need to do when you see this kind of action in the stock market is remember that good decisions in the stock market are never done in the middle of a crisis. Okay, so if these things are happening here, it is basically because a lot of people are scared and they are selling their shares. And the point that I want to make is you don't need to be scared in selling your shares in the middle of a panic. This is, in fact, the worst time to sell shares. If you really want to sell, you have to take into consideration what is the situation of the company, if you are doing a good decision, and usually in this kind of situation, the stocks will move and they will move fast. They will move fast to the downside, but also to the upside. So that's why after the stock has moved a lot, like Tesla did in the last few days, it's probably not a good decision to sell at that point. Uh, yeah, it might be go further, that is true. However, because there was already a huge move from the top to the bottom here, there is also a big possibility that this thing is gonna rally, at least not to the original point, but to a more favorable position. So that's the first point. And the second point is, you need to consider the time frame of your uh, uh, decisions in the market. Are you buying for the long term or the short term? If you are buying a stock for the short term, then unfortunately you already lost money, right? Because if you bought, for example, on the top of the market and we are already in this situation, you're not gonna make any money from this. However, if you are buying for the at least medium and long term, there is a very good possibility that this stock will either stay around here and move a little bit up, or maybe even recover everything. Of course, we don't know the future, and decisions need to be made, but I think that selling at the bottom is almost never a good decision. The other piece of news is that crypto is also crashing. Uh, Many people saw crypto, especially Bitcoin, going to almost $100 a piece, and now this value is going down, and it's very and now this value is going down, and very quickly the situation has changed. Uh, this is another uh, difficult thing for this market, because many people believe that crypto is the way to get wealthy, are putting a lot of money there, and these things are not as easy as many people expect. So here's a chart of Bitcoin. It was 95, got to 96,000, and it has been going down, 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 and it reached close to 80. So loss of close to 20% in just a few days. So basically, I would like to uh, reiterate here that these people, they are all excited. So I would like to reiterate here that now people are very worried about what's going to happen. Uh, there is a lot of talk of a crash, of everything going down, of the companies going bankrupt. But I would like you to remember that things in the stock market are not so easy. What looks very bad today might look just a small scare next week. So we don't know. Maybe next week things are gonna rally again, and or they may get worse. We never know. However, try to avoid making decisions in this kind of environment. So here are some suggestions for good strategies that you can follow in this situation. First, do not sell in a panic. This is usually a bad behavior, because you are gonna just accept prices that are not gonna be representative of the true value of companies. Then you can use this as an opportunity, and as the market goes down, you can look for opportunities of buying good companies for a price that is more accessible than before. Also, you have to, in this kind of situations, you have to think long term. Okay, if you think short term, you are gonna lose. So that's not a good way of doing investments. You have to think about long term, and what's gonna happen at least a few months and a few years from now. And finally, you should try to keep cash for more opportunities. If the market continues to go down, there will be a lot of companies that will be selling for a very good valuation. So if you have some cash around, you can use it to buy in a very good, favorable environment. So that's the only reason I would sell some of my holdings now, is basically to raise cash for additional opportunities that will happen down the line if the sell-off continues. So these are some of the ideas that I would like you to consider in this kind of situation. Let's see if the market is going to improve next week. So if the market goes down, then we can put in practice these items, and even buy some stocks that will be in a very favorable price. But there is also the possibility that the market is going up again, and we're gonna see more all-time highs in a few weeks. So who knows? Yeah, so that's what you need to do to take advantage of these situations in the market. That's what I had for today. Thank you for watching this. If you like this kind of analysis and you'd like to see more of this, please subscribe, and I will keep more of this coming in the future. Thank you very much. Bye bye.